Okay, welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Jet and Airways, where a smile goes a long way, and step 2 of our first look at the PMDG 737-900. We're all fired up here to go on runway 27 at San Diego International. We're going to scoot up the coast to Los Angeles and just take a quick look to see how she feels. I think we're all good to go here. We've got our packs on, yaw dampers on, window heat, everything on. She is all ready to go. Landing lights are on. Now I notice down here when I was programming the FMC, it has changed yet again. We've gone back to the old dial. Do you remember the latest update in the 700 and 800? We had the scratch pad here. We used to punch in the numbers. But here we've gone back to the old dial system again in the 900. So that is interesting. So I've put the ILS code in there. I've put my heading in the heading mode there. If I come down here, I can see my flight plan. If I put that onto plan, I can step through the flight plan here, and that all looks pretty straightforward and stock standard. Should be no surprises there. Just get rid of that. We've got ourselves some flaps, got ourselves a bit of trim there. Brake is off. Is the brake off? Brake is off. Okay, brake is off. So we are all good to go. We can put our auto brakes on RTO. We have done that. So let's fire up and see how this baby goes, shall we? Try not to get a tail strike on our first departure. That would be good. Here we go. I still have very little to no sound in the cockpit. I noticed this on my last video last night in multiplayer. So I have to do some adjustments there somewhere. Still got no sound inside the cockpit. We'll work on that. Okay, let's bring her up. Very careful. Oh, almost got a tail strike there. Oh, almost, but not quite. Have I got enough flaps? Here we go. Up we go. Well, that was okay. It was a bit hairy for a start, wasn't it? That was a bit hairy, but we didn't get a tail strike. We did not get a tail strike on our first departure, so that is all good. Let's check our vertical speed here. We'll put it on a nice shallow climb out so we don't, just while we're picking up speed, okay? Speed mode 250. Don't seem to be gaining a lot of speed at the moment. Start bringing my flaps up. Yeah, that was very exciting. That was a very exciting takeoff, but I'm glad I didn't get it.
Juliet India 1028, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Okay, glad I didn't get a tail strike on my first departure in the 900 on my channel.
1028 SoCal approach.
Bit noisy outside. I need to adjust the sound, but let's go out and have a look at this lovely bird from the outside.
The sun is bright, come watch the sky. Far away a dot is moving. Clouds give way, birds scratch the blue. A yellow vision has come true. Feel the freedom in the air. Europe is the place so near. Time keeps on running, no wish to hide. The challenge has begun, our joy and pride. Take the taxi through the air. Come on board, don't stay out there. Touch the sky, your smile starts flying. Take the chance, it's worth a trying. Board the yellow cab to somewhere. Take the taxi through the air. Taxi through the air. Cross mountains high and valleys deep. Destinations to discover. We fly you there, the fare is low. Choose any place you'd like to go. There'll always be a new horizon, a further step to make. The world keeps spinning, checking easy. Clear as the sky, make up your mind. Take the taxi through the air. Just come on board, don't stay out there. Touch the sky, your smile starts flying. Take the chance, it's
Right, so we are starting our descent. I'm going to come down to 5,000 initially, and 4,000. We'll come down to 4,000, and as we come through Albas, we'll turn to the left. We'll come down to 3,000, then we'll make a right-hand turn onto our finals at Los Angeles. So far, the plane is doing everything it's supposed to do. The pilot, well, I'm not so sure about that, but...
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. We're gonna be landing in, about 20 minutes, so I'd appreciate it if you would return to your seats and fasten your seat belts at this time. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin our approach, we ask that you please check. Make sure that your seatbelts are securely fastened, low and tight across your lap. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to their full upright lock position. If you've had occasion to use your carry-on items, please make sure that they are safely stored underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead enclosed bin. Also, if you're using any type of electronic device, if you would please turn it off until we are parked at the gate.
Let's see if we can get our approach and get a reasonable landing or an approach. I am liking this. I am liking it. We have diamonds there, so I'm going to hit the approach hold. Approach hold is on. Our speed is coming down. We're going a bit too fast at the moment. So I'm trying to bring our speed down, and our speed is coming down, so that is good. I've started to lower my flaps. It appears we are locked onto the diamonds, so that is good. There's our plane. We are on finals, guys. Remember, this is the very first time I've jumped into the 737-900. I'm not a great pilot at the best of times, so to get into a brand new 900 and do an ILS approach and landing will be an absolute miracle, but it'll also be a testimony to the quality of this plane. This plane is a good plane and an easy plane to fly as long as you hit all the right buttons. There seems to be no issues with it. If a dodgy pilot like myself can do a nice ILS approach and landing, that means the average Joe should be able to jump in and fly it. Okay. That's what I say. So let's keep an eye on our speed. It's crucial with this plane. The approach speeds are a little bit higher than the 737 or the 800. There are too many flaps down now. Let's get our speed down to 160 initially. We've got a little bit of buzzing going on here, but we are heading towards the runway. We are following the glide slope. Let's get our wheels down. This is our very first approach and our very first landing in the 737-900, so it will be interesting. Still got that buzzing on. I'm not sure what that noise is, but we're committed to landing. We're coming in. There we go. The buzzing has stopped. Probably can lower our flaps a bit more.
Los Angeles Center, Daughter November 5480 Whiskey is at 3,300 feet, descending 2,500 feet. Daughter November 5480 Whiskey, Los Angeles Center altimeter 29.9er to continue as planned.
Here we go, guys. Our first landing. Auto brakes set to 3.
500, 400, 300.
Auto throttle off. And here we go. We're down, guys. That was it. That was our first landing in the 737-900. Not 100%, not the best, but it was okay. We are on the center line as we roll out. That is a good thing. Flaps up. And we can now taxi to the gate. Well, this was my very first experience with the 900. I didn't have a practice with it. You are seeing it live as I jump in it for the first time. I didn't have a practice. I just jumped in it, hit the record button, and away I went. So this is my very first outing and landing in the 900, and I've got to say I have a good feeling about it. I have a good feeling about it. I'm happy. Not 100% happy with the landing, but it was okay for me, and I'm happy with this for my first time in the 900. I didn't get a tail strike on departure. I came in for the approach a little bit faster than what I normally would, and we did it. We got it down beautiful and smooth, and we with a nice rollout in the center line. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Right, well that's it, guys. Our first flight, our first outing in the 737-900. Let me know what you think of it. I managed to do an ILS approach, a nice ILS approach, and a reasonably nice smooth touchdown. My very first time in the plane. So yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed that flight. So please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you on the next video here at Jet and Airways. Take care, guys. Have fun flying.